everybody? It's your boy Armon, and we are back with another video. Get in here, everybody get in here. Listen, if you're a returning subscriber, then you know how this thing goes. And if you're a new subscriber, welcome and hello. All right, so let's just jump right into this video. It was taking me some time to do it. A lot of you guys have been requesting me to talk about this. I kind of was like, I don't really want to talk about it because, you know, I didn't want to come across as a hater. And we were on such a high, but we got to talk about the problem with Megan Thee Stallion. But before we talk about the problem, let's talk about the good. She superseded my expectations of her as an artist. She's doing phenomenal. She's got 2 number ones. She's collaborated with 3 of the biggest female artists of our time right now: Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, and Beyonce. She's doing big things like that. She's getting to her bag. So I think that she's doing well. We're still waiting for a full-length project from her, but networks and relationship building, I think she's doing a great job. However, I think people are having a disconnect with Megan Thee Stallion because they're not really quite understanding the Tory Lanez incident. And I feel like she's going to have to make that very, very clear, because people are going to be trolling her, questioning her. She's not going to just be able, that's not going to just go under the rug. You know what I mean? You got shot in both feet, allegedly shot in both feet. And you're acting as if you just want this to go away. You're not telling on anybody. You're protecting people, but you're saying you're not protecting people. But then you're also not just throwing Tory Lanez under the bus, but you're really kind of blatantly throwing your friends under the bus, saying that, you know, you feel like your friends are fake. You don't trust your friends, but you're not really giving us any direct clues on Tory. You're just letting us assume that it was Tory, but you're not denying or confirming. However, I think people are having an issue with that now, because it's kind of like, girl, did you really get shot or did you not? Because people want to feel bad for you, but they can't because they don't really believe her. And I think Megan Thee Stallion gets frustrated because she's like, you know, this happened to me. Why are people making jokes about it? Why are people not believing me? People should believe me. But then she also wants people to believe her, but then get over it. It doesn't work like that. People are not just going to believe you. Believe that a man shot you twice in each foot, and then we're just going to get over it, and he's still roaming free, and you're not really saying anything. But yet you haven't shown your foot. We haven't seen any footage from the scarring. We haven't seen any bullet wounds. We haven't seen you leaving the hospital. There's no paparazzi footage. You know, there's no paparazzi footage of you leaving the hospital. There's no hospital medical reports. There's nothing. Now, some people will be like, well, you can't release those things. Let me tell you something. TMZ gets everything. Okay, so it's really interesting that they don't have any recollection of her foot, any proof that she's been shot. However, Megan Thee Stallion has been posting over the last week and a half or 2 weeks since the incident various different photo shoots. Some could have been old, some could have been recent. But apparently she's trying to move on with her life. She's been on Instagram Live. She's been glammed up, but she's been very, very strategic and not showing her feet when everybody wants to know what's going on with her feet. So recently she was just spotted in a club in Miami somewhere, or I don't know the exact place, but she was in the club.
Yeah, that motherfucker. Here we go, somebody saw me out with 101, nigga. Saw me out with 101.
And her feet was wrapped, but only one, but she supposedly got shot in both. So it's kind of hard for people to take you serious, Meg, when we don't even know if you're telling the truth. And I don't want to sit here and say that the girl is lying, but I think the problem is she's not standing up and saying what really happened. And the people are not going to just let this go unnoticed. So Megan Thee Stallion, I think you don't want to have a Jussie Smollett moment, right? Because Jussie Smollett will never be able to come back from that moment. People are going to dig until they find the truth. So either you're going to expose it or you will be exposed for telling a lie. Because the people, the public, they want to know. Anytime you do something, they're going to be digging and digging and digging and digging and digging to see what's going on with that foot. Now, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen in my mind. This is a prediction in my mind. She's gearing us up for a performance. She's gearing us up for another video post the shooting, and she's going to be on her feet and on her knees doing her signature dance, and it's going to cause a frenzy. It's probably going to be for her next single. I'm telling you, that rollout is going to all be about her feet. She's drawing up all this controversy. So then her next record, her next performance, or her next music video, I really think it's going to be a music video because it's going to push the sales for the record. She's going to be on her tippy toes, on her knees, and, doing the Megan Thee Stallion, and everybody going to be looking at her feet, and her feet's going to be perfectly fine. And everybody's going to be talking about it. But I think she better watch it. She doesn't want to play with fire because Tory Lanez is not going to be silent for a while. So the truth is going to come out. There's always two sides to the story. So Tory Lanez has just been very, very quiet for now because I'm sure things are being handled in the background legally. But he hasn't even been able to be that vocal to the forefront as far as social media and being out and about, because right now he's kind of the bad guy. I feel like once his side comes out, it's going to cause a lot of question because he's not arrested. She's acting as if she wants life to just move on. Kylie Jenner's quiet about the situation. It's something really, really weird about it, Megan Thee Stallion. And I kind of feel like you're just as much in on this as the person who allegedly shot you. And I feel like that's the reason why she's not really saying too much, because she definitely had something to do with this, or there's a lot more information to the story that she does not necessarily want out, or she wants this to just go away. However, girl, you are one of the biggest celebrities of this year right now. And unfortunately, one of the biggest stories, you've been shot. Why doesn't this feel real? Why are we just moving along? Why is the industry just everybody in the industry is kind of just moving along too? It's really, 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 really bizarre, if you ask me. It's like, wait, Tory Lanez shot somebody twice? And everything is we're just going to act like that was yesterday's news? No, that's still a thing. I mean, poor Chris Brown beat up Rihanna, and his life hasn't been the same since. But then again, there was photos, there was evidence. Rihanna spoke out. Megan Thee Stallion is protecting somebody. Now, I don't think she's just protecting the shooter. She's also protecting herself. So there's some stuff about her that she doesn't want to get out. It's interesting. So I'm really interested to see, how this is going to pan out. But I do think that this is going to hunt Megan Thee Stallion until she addresses it. And she will want to address it before we find a separate truth or an alternative truth. Because if what she says, well, she's not really saying much, but if it comes to find out that this was all a lie or some type of hoax or, some bizarre setup, Megan Thee Stallion is done. She's gonna have a Jussie Smollett moment, and you won't be able to trust her. And I think the people are going to be over it. But hopefully, we get the information sooner than later. And I know people are like, well, why it's not your business? Well, unfortunately it is, because these are celebrities and people are going to they're not going to stop digging till we find out. And she's not going to just be able to pop up, on camera on a video shoot and just be twerking and dancing and doing the splits. And we're all just going to forget that, a few months past, she was shot in both feet, but was only wearing one ankle brace or one ankle wrap. I'm confused at how she's even at the club. She was just shot less than 3 weeks ago, but then you shot in both feet and it completely missed every artery, every bone. How did that happen? But there was bullets stuck inside your foot that needed to get removed, but it missed every major bone and nothing. So nothing broke. It was just a scratch in both feet. And then you just want to act like we're just gonna move on, and now you in the club with one foot wrap on, but then you got shot in both feet. And the people are supposed to A, feel sorry for you, B, not laugh at you because you getting upset when people are laughing and saying that it wasn't real, or C, the people supposed to believe that and just move on, right? That's crazy. And I don't know how she thinks that anybody's going to do that, because that's not going to happen. People are not going to just let that go. So, Megan, I advise you to get a grip, get it together, and speak the truth, because, girl, the people are still watching. They did not forget. And whatever you're doing, whatever it is that whatever role you played in this, you might as well come clean, be honest, so that you can tell the whole truth. Because I feel like she's holding back because there's some tea about her that she doesn't really want to get out. And she knows if she tells one side of the story, she's going to have to tell all sides of the story. Or then that's going to give the other parties involved, room to tell the side of the story, their side of the story. However, I feel like Tory is going to end up telling his side of the story. I mean, he would have to. Now, that's going to be really weird if he just acts like nothing happened. But people are not going to be able to he's not going to be able to just come back out and do music. So somebody's going to have to say something. We're going to have to hear another side of the story. And if it don't add up to what Megan is hinting at or alluding to or barely saying, then more questions are going to be asked her way. And then don't come back later on when somebody decides to tell their version of the truth and try to debunk what they're saying, Megan, because you had the first opportunity to say what was going on. So it's going to be really, 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 really interesting to see how this all pans out. And I know the public is going to be watching. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Until next time, make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Now keep that same energy, and I'll see you soon. Peace out.